What's up, people? I'm going to do this video a little bit different today. Kind of referencing a story. I'll start off with a story. I was riding home with an educator one day, and he was telling me about one of the kids. He had pulled in to his office to talk about his report card. And unfortunately, the young man had all F's. And the educator asked him, so what do you think we should do about this? And the young man very cleverly responded, throw some D's on it, as if it was a joke. And, when I heard this, I went and I was like, man, where's my sign? Come on, son, what the, but before I could, go off my little tangent and really get upset, the educator reminded me, and was like, well, you have to look at where these kids are. In the sense that many of them go to the same place day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and they're failing. And they continue to fail. And they continue to fail. And then there are people outside, adults. All they're doing is pointing the finger. I say, oh, it's the educators. Or, oh, it's the parents who don't know how to parent. Or they'll point and say, oh, it's these musicians who make these songs, because, again, the Throw Some D's On is a reference to a Soulja Boy song. I'll put the link in the description box. But again, I'm not here to talk about them. I'm going to get back to the point of pointing the finger. I remember a friend of mine used to say, anytime you point the finger at someone else, realize there are three fingers pointing back at you. Meaning before you become, or you get on any, or jump on anyone else, you need to evaluate yourself 3 times as much. Say, what can I do? What am I doing? And that's what I would like to do. I'm not here today to talk about educators. I'm not here to talk about parents. I'm not here to talk about musicians or artists. What I'm here in today's video would like to do, if you come back, to share with you my story, the things that I learned, 5 points. I believe each person can do one, if not more, of these 5 things to help our kids to be more successful in school. I hope you come back after this little break, and we'll really get into some good discussion. I'll see you in a bit. What's up? Thanks for coming back. I really do appreciate it. In the second part, I want to present 5 things, 5 potential solutions to kind of help our kids be more successful in the classroom. I would challenge you to do at least one or more of the 5 things. To illustrate the 5 points, I'm going to use my own personal story to kind of help motivate it. Just let you know, for a long time, I was a very, very poor student. Very poor. It took a while to kind of get to a point where I ever saw A's and B's. And I think, remembering back, I think around the 1st or 2nd grade is when it was really, really started to be, atrocious. And the first thing that happened was that my father, he would check up on me. He would always ask, because he wasn't going to have it. He would ask me all the time, what'd you study today? What's your homework? And then if I didn't have homework, he'd tell me, well, you don't have any homework, you need to be reading something. I'm like, I don't like to read. Like, well, read encyclopedia, read anything. So that was the first thing. But doing that alone I saw an improvement in my grades, but it wasn't a significant drop. It was a jump, just not significant. Remember the second thing that happening was in 3rd grade. I finally started to see some type of progress. I remember math classes. I finally started to do some things that were positive. And my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Brown, she gave me a lot of positive reinforcement to kind of build my confidence. And then when I got home, my mom would also kind of build upon that by telling me, you look at this, you have superior intelligence. You just have to keep applying yourself, keep working hard. Again, that worked in math, but everything else was atrocious. So then in the fourth grade, and this comes to our third part, started seeking outside resources. Started going to the Sylvan Learning Center. I know not everyone can afford to do that, but many schools do have free tutoring. And I encourage you to seek out those resources because they're available. And again, they're necessary. At least for me, they were. Because again, it was. I didn't want to tell you how bad they were. And then I remember another thing. This gets to the fourth point. Something that happened. My aunt, not all the time, but from time to time when she would come over, and everybody else got a chance to go play, all the cousins and stuff, we'd all get together. She'd pull me to the side, and she would make me read. I'm like, I ain't trying to read. I'm trying to go play. I'm trying to go have a good time. I'm trying to have fun. She's like, no, you're going to sit down. You're going to read. So I think the fourth point is it takes more than just the parents and the teachers, and sometimes the outside support. It takes other people who know, family and friends, to again do what you can. You don't have to do everything, but something. And then the fifth thing that I think it requires is patience. So I had my dad always checking on me. I had some of my teachers, and now my mom always giving me positive reinforcement whenever I was doing things right. I was going to tutoring. I was having other people come in and do all this, and it wasn't until the sixth grade that I ever made honor roll. I remember my GPA was a 3.04. You'd have thought I hit the lottery. I mean, I was just, I couldn't believe it, because I had failed. Failed for years, and to finally get a chance to taste success, it was good. It was something I didn't want to let go. I don't think after that I ever got below a 3.0. Again, it doesn't mean I didn't struggle still from time to time, but it was amazing to me that it took that long. Just looking back, like, man, it took all that just to kind of get to the point where I could just get honor roll. And I think one of the things we have to look at is it takes a community, and it takes a lot. And I would encourage you, whether you have a child or niece or nephew, to do at least one of those 5 things. Whether it's just checking up on them, call them, saying, hey, how are your grades? What'd you do in school? Whether it's giving them positive reinforcement when you see them doing things well, or if it's, hey, you know what, I can help tutor, or I know this tutoring resource. Seeking those outside resources, and really getting community more involved, because again, it takes more than just the parents and the teachers to do well. And then the fifth thing, of course, is be patient. Kind of like, hey, just encourage them, keep working at it. It'll eventually work out. Again, that's my story. That's what happened to me. Look at me now. You never would have guessed, again, how atrocious my grades were. And I guess I could easily say that my teachers back then would have never have guessed I would be where I am today based upon those early years. So let's do all our part. Let's go back to building community. Let's set the standard of excellence, because we can and we must do better.